Well, howdy, folks. How's it going today? I hope everyone's doing really good. Well, I just got back from visiting one of my friends that is a carpenter by trade, and he also built the shop here. And he told me he had a bunch of wood stash piled that he had sawn out years ago. And I went down and just took a look through his piles, and he has some amazing wood. I mean, some really nice stuff: mahogany, maple, cherry, and this ash. I just grabbed a couple boards here, and he has a lot more of this stuff. So, as you can see, these are quite big. What I plan on doing is making maybe a couple Explorer bodies. So, this people think Carina is actually a wood. This is not an Explorer either. This is an Ibanez Destroyer. Okay, it's a lawsuit guitar, 1977. So they made this out of a Japanese wood called Sen, Sen, which is really pretty much like ash, as you can see. So they pancaked these bodies together, and they used a bunch of different pieces of wood to make them and whatnot. But I'm going to make a one piece. Well, it's going to be two pieces pancaked together, like they did, but it's going to be one solid piece on the top and on the back. And there's more. I mean, he has stuff that's actually wider than this. It's wide enough so we can't get it into his planer. So, yeah, it'll be some hand sanding in the hand planer as well, but that's okay. It's a labor of love. You could fit a Telecaster on there pretty easy, I guess. So yeah, in any case, I might make a couple ash telly bodies too. We'll see. And but in any case, I do want to make an Explorer or two, Destroyer, whatever. I'd almost like to have one in mahogany as well, but these have a good sound, and like I said, he wasn't going to do anything with this wood, so I figured I'd put it to good use. Okay, we got the shop foreman right out here. Good timing, Gibson. Well, what do you think, buddy? You think we should make some guitars out of this stuff, shouldn't we? We'll let him check it all out. In any case, I'm going to go back down sometime and look. He does have thicker planks, too, which, I could do a complete one-piece body, but I don't have a planer big enough to run them through, and he doesn't either, and they're a little bit too thick. Now, this stuff, like a normal full-size telly body, the thickness is like, what, 1 7/8 or something. This stuff's probably an inch, basically, thick. I think this plank over here might be a little bit thicker, maybe 1 1/8 inches. So, where I'm going to have to remove material, sanding it by hand and everything, I think this will be all right. So if I pancake it together and it's 2 inches, and, I'll take 1/8 of an inch off it, sanding, so it should be all right. If it's not exact, I really don't care anyway, but, once I get the body shape cut out, I actually, no, I really can't run it through the planer that way either. So it is possible I could probably put this in the planer on an angle and plane it. We'll see. He told me I could use this planer and whatnot too, so his is pretty good size, but again, it's just not big enough to handle something like this. Let's take a quick measurement. Okay, so this one is just a touch under 17 inches. Let's go down on this end. I think this end was a little bit wider. No, actually this end, it might be just a hair narrower. Let's check out the other one here real quick. About the same thing, 16 3/4. And let's see, basically the same thing here. Okay, well, that's going to work anyway. And like I said, This one's about 1 1/16 in thickness, and on one end it's almost 1 1/8. And this is about 1 inch through it. These were sawn out on a bandsaw, portable sawmill that his brother owns, so he's got a pretty good stash of stuff. Like I said, I gotta go pick through it and see what I could use. He did have some nice maple there, which was quite thick, would be one piece stuff. And it was wide enough. I mean, I could make a one piece telly body very easy. So we'll see. Telly's pretty easy to make. Just route out a cavity for your neck pocket there and controls. It's pretty simple, really. And I have a lot of them that I can go by. Maybe what I'll do is make a template here and, have something that I could use over and over. So that's going to be something on the project list here on the channel. We'll let Gibson figure out which one he wants to use, and we'll start building an Explorer here pretty soon. I can't wait. And like I said, I've thought about building also something similar to an Alembic style guitar, which, like Jerry Garcia was playing, in his career, and they called those a hippie sandwich, where they'd actually, laminate different types of wood together. And I know those guitars were pretty heavy and whatnot, but they have a certain sound, and I think they just look really cool, and it'd be a fun thing to do. So, in any case, thanks for tuning in, folks, and stay tuned. I will document this whole process when I do this too. I think this will be some pretty good content, hopefully something interesting, and hopefully something that, that most of you guys could do, if you come across something like this or wanted to try it. Other than running a router, it's mostly handwork, sanding and finishing and things like that. Once the routing's done, it's just assembling the guitar. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do a neck through design on the Explorer or Destroyer. This is, an applied neck, so that could be done too. Or I may just buy a bolt-on with a, Explorer style headstock. We'll see. The bolt-on design doesn't really bother me either. It'd be easier to do it that way, probably. Maybe not, though. I mean, applying a neck's not a big deal. It's just making sure everything's straight and lined up when you do it, and just glue it in there. All right, folks. Well, we're going to see what Gibbsy Cat thinks, and we'll go from there. See you guys real soon. Be good. Okey doke.